I got my special little bucket, a little red bucket. You see this suffix here? That you could get nowhere near in a paddock. Like, a year ago she came to my place. And I've spent a little bit of time trying to quieten her down. There's her mate. But they think this stuff is fantastic. Unlike Marigold here, who just comes up and eats out of the bucket. Or Granny. Or number 9. So what I've got here actually is these girls are down at the neighbours. They're eating the buttercup and the roughage over here at the neighbours. And all the lambs have been weaned. And we can see why this girl, see that udder in there? You can see why that girl has got a massive lamb. Look at that udder. So hopefully she doesn't get mastitis as she dries off. But this place should help them dry off a bit. And you'll see things like Granny here's the wool's just peeling off. A lot of them are really peeled. Those few days of sunshine. And weaning the lambs, taking the pressure off. And away they go with the shedding. And I'm just actually down here because that one there, I've been offered for sale. I'm getting rid of the non-shedders. And there's some old girls. That one's actually not that old, but they certainly didn't handle life under my system. Again, look at those udders. She would rear a good lamb, or pair of lambs. They all reared twins, those old girls. Older looking ones. But they shouldn't be skinny like that. It's not the kind of sheep that I want, so they're leaving. And they're leaving in a way that they won't pollute the shedding gene pool anymore. You're right, Gil. But it's quite amazing what a few bribes can do to sheep that were very, very wild. These guys did actually friendly down because my neighbour also feeds horse feed. So once they get a bit of a taste for it, it's something they just can't get enough of. Alright, we'll let these girls settle in again. I've really stripped this place out. There's not a lot of feed in here, but they're foraging in through that roughage on the sides, and it's a bit drier. I mean, Granny here, when I first got her, she was very spirited in the yards. I couldn't actually get near her, and I certainly wouldn't be able to do this in the paddock. And this is what some time does with sheep, and even in commercial flocks. They shouldn't be crazy wild things. They shouldn't be at the other end of the paddock, which what these guys were like. They were other end of the paddock. They wouldn't even be close by. You like a bit of a scratch, eh? That's the last of your wool gone. I'm actually trying to leave, girls, and I'm leaving you behind. They're telling me that they're hungry. Now they're in here because the neighbour's got lots of buttercup. Buttercup being toxic to cows. Hey cows, those guys. However, when the sheep are locked down a little bit, they will eat that buttercup. So they will strip a little bit of it off. So they've eaten all these top leaves. I've left a little bit of the base, but it's certainly cleaned up a lot of the buttercup in here. I don't really like it, but they'll eat it. With the lambs weaned, we're heading for then, once the ewes have dried off properly, they will be putting on condition ready for mating. There's still some udders in here. Look at that. Oh, jeez. That one in front didn't lamb. That one behind the suffix, she didn't lamb. So she's actually going to the ram mid-February. This little one, she lambs. She grew a beautiful lamb. Hey. All right. Here we are up in the lamb paddock. So the ewes, behind that power pole, there's those little dots. Yeah, that's the ewe mob at the neighbours. And what I've done is I've weaned the lambs except for the late ones. So there's Rubberlets with her one, and this ewe with a late one, Molly with her late one. Oh, that one might be weaned soon. And what it means by weaning the lambs, they can be on a better feed. This paddock's okay. I actually had some lime put on, so if we look really carefully in my paddocks, can't really see it tonight, but there are some tyre marks where I had the lime put on. Because these paddocks, the pH is absolutely crap. And the lambs will grow better without that pressure from mum. And in here's even old Mrs. Lungs. She's putting on a bit of weight. She's looking much better, even a week. These lambs have been weaned now. So this is their second paddock. And it's a bit odd weaning lambs but leaving some of the ewes. I don't normally have such a stretched out mating, but I had a whole lot of hoggets this year. Over half of my flock was hoggets. And so it did stretch things out a little bit. And I've actually sold some more of these lambs. These 6 of the smaller wether lambs are going off to a woman who finishes them. She takes them through to a whole year old. So that'll thin out my numbers and allow me to focus on my ewe lambs, which is where really where I want to focus on this year, growing some bigger ewe lambs. So we've got, hey roast, in the back there, those back 2, those are the 2 from the cow farm that came across, and they're settling down a little bit, getting a little bit more friendly. How about more friendly? Hey buddy, how am I going to eat you?